For generations, these waters have sustained coastal communities. But today, fishermen like Park Jae-lee are struggling to catch even half of what they once did. As they tirelessly protest to protect their livelihoods, a hidden threat lurks just beyond their shores: Russia's shadow oil tanker fleet. Russia's shadow oil tankers are silently operating in the Pacific, threatening the vital marine ecosystems Asian coastal states rely on. According to a report by the Center for Research on Energy and Clean Air, these tankers transport oil under opaque ownership, evading regulations and creating the risk of an ecological disaster. In the first 8 months of 2024, 72% of Russia's oil exports were carried by shadow tankers. The CREA Strait alone saw 35 million tons of oil, with 89% carried by these unregulated vessels. But these tankers bring more than just oil. They carry the risk of catastrophic oil spills, which could burden coastal states with over $1.6 billion in cleanup costs, devastating both marine ecosystems and local economies. These vessels, often over 17 years old, operate with outdated safety measures and evade international regulations. With no clear ownership and inadequate insurance, holding them accountable for potential disasters becomes nearly impossible. In recent years, there have been multiple near-miss incidents involving shadow tankers in Southeast Asia. Just last year, the Pablo tanker accident in the Malacca Strait underscored the devastating potential of these unregulated vessels. In 2024, the CREA Strait saw a 351% surge in shadow tanker activity. The risks in these heavily trafficked, narrow waters grow by the day, with Southeast Asia bearing the brunt of potential environmental disasters. Beyond oil spills, these ships also contribute to noise pollution and habitat destruction. Marine life, such as whales and dolphins, is increasingly vulnerable to disorientation, collisions, and environmental stress caused by heavy maritime traffic. Asian coastal nations least responsible for this crisis will be the ones to suffer most. These communities, whose livelihoods depend on the sea, will bear the economic and environmental costs of Russia's shadow fleet. As the shadow fleet continues its dangerous path, the question remains: who will pay the price for Russia's actions? Coastal communities, marine life, and the very oceans we all depend on are at risk. The time for action is now. CREA's report is a wake-up call. It's time for global collaboration to enforce stricter regulations, hold these shadow tankers accountable, and protect the ecosystems and communities that rely on our oceans.